It usually starts like this. I remember standing there, coat already on, telling myself it's fine, I don't need much, I can carry it. We learn early that wanting less feels safer, less noise, less inconvenience, less chance someone looks at us and sighs. So we nod, we smile, our shoulders dip a little. The room stays calm. No one has to deal with us. I used to call it being low maintenance, like it was a skill, like it meant I was mature, like it didn't cost anything. But every time we erase a need, something faint stays behind. A smudge, a pressure. Hard to see, but it doesn't go away. There's that pause before asking, the itch in the thumb, the thought, don't bother them, don't be heavy. So we carry it ourselves. Again. Another quiet brick added, because it feels cleaner than explaining what we need. Nobody warns us that being easy slowly teaches the body something strange. That discomfort is just background noise we're supposed to ignore. I noticed it first in my chest, a tight, polite ache, the kind you don't mention because it sounds ridiculous out loud. We tell ourselves they didn't mean it. It's not worth correcting. We can adapt. We always adapt. Somewhere along the way, adapting turns into shrinking, and shrinking starts to feel like the price of staying connected. What we don't say doesn't disappear. It just waits. Patient, heavy, sitting right behind the ribs. People start seeing us as uncomplicated, easy, chill. And part of us feels proud of that, even as something dulls. Because when no one checks in, a quiet thought creeps up. Maybe there's nothing there worth checking on. The habit forms fast. Don't ask, don't need, don't rock anything. Just stay light enough to keep around. That's the hidden trade. We gain peace on the surface, but inside, there's static that never fully shuts off. And we don't notice the cost right away. It shows up later when even wanting feels unfamiliar. Because after a while, the hardest part isn't being unseen. It's forgetting how to reach in the first place. There's a strange moment when being easy stops feeling like kindness and starts feeling like disappearance. But it happens quietly, without an announcement. I've watched people learn my silence better than my voice. They remember I'll adjust. They forget I ever wanted anything else. It shows up in small places. Conversations where we listen until there's nothing left to add. Meals where we say we're fine even when we're not. We nod fast. Too fast. The body learns the rhythm of agreement before the thought even catches up. There's always that half second where something almost comes out. Then the familiar clamp. Better to swallow it. Over time, being low maintenance teaches people a lesson we never meant to teach, that we don't take up much space anyway. Invitations stop coming with care. Plans get made around us instead of with us, because we've proven we won't mind. And we really don't mind. Not at first. That's the dangerous part. The body absorbs it like a bruise you don't press on. We laugh in the right places. The sound comes out right, even when something stings underneath. Somewhere we move to the edge without deciding to. Close enough to belong, far enough to not be counted on. It's fine becomes a reflex. Not a lie exactly. More like a way to keep things smooth. We hide the discomfort where no one trips over it. Under jokes, under patience, under being reasonable. I used to think independence looked strong. Turns out, sometimes it just means no one knows when to show up. We still function. That's what convinces everyone we're okay. The cracks don't stop us from showing up. But something widens slowly. A distance between what we feel and what we allow ourselves to name. Being overlooked rarely feels dramatic. It feels like standing just outside the light, close enough to see warmth. After a while, we stop expecting care. not because we don't need it, but because hoping starts to feel embarrassing. That's when loneliness changes texture. It's not loud, it's flat, routine, almost efficient. The body notices before the mind does. A tight neck in the morning, one shoulder always a little higher, like it's bracing. I didn't call it stress, I called it normal. Jaw clenched, teeth pressed, like I was holding something shut. Breaths stop going all the way down. They hover, careful, as if filling the lungs completely might ask too much. Time feels heavier. Even rest has an edge to it, like we're late for something we can't name. The gut keeps its own record. That dull churn after saying yes when everything inside said no. We stand up straight anyway, smile anyway. The body learns to perform even when it's tired of carrying. Nights get loud, not with thoughts exactly. More like a low buzz that won't let the dark settle. I noticed the tremor once, just a flicker. I told myself it was caffeine. It was easier than listening. Swallowing becomes a skill. Words, feelings, the urge to say, actually, this hurts. We pride ourselves on coping. Look, we're still standing, still hauling, still not asking. But there's a pause now and then, a hitch. The moment the arms shake and pretend they're not. The heart speeds up at odd times. Not fear, not excitement, just pressure with nowhere to go. We get good at stillness, staying pleasant, letting the storm pass quietly through us. Labels help. I'm fine. It's nothing. They hold things together longer than they should, but the shadow follows. Into work, into conversations, into moments that were supposed to feel light. There's a fatigue that sleep doesn't touch, because it isn't tiredness, it's containment. The body keeps asking the same question in small ways. How long are we doing this alone? One day the weight becomes noticeable, not dramatic, just undeniable. Resentment doesn't arrive yelling. It slips in quietly, wearing a smile we've practiced too long to drop. I noticed it in my hands first. Tight, hidden, like they knew something my mouth refused to say. We replay conversations we pretended were nothing. Same sentence, same pause, same spot where we swallowed it. The more we clean it up, the more it smears. That's the trick of unspoken anger. It doesn't evaporate. A thin wall goes up, not dramatic, just enough to dull the sound of other people enjoying themselves. We keep helping, keep showing up. Part of us hopes someone will notice the strain and stop us. Saying, I don't mind, starts to feel heavy in the mouth, like lifting something dense with the tongue. There's a sharpness to it now. Tiny cuts we give ourselves for staying quiet one more time. We're still close, technically, but the space between us grows measured, careful, polite. Resentment stiffens the body. It pulls the shoulders forward like armor we swear we're not wearing. It leaks out sideways, a tone, a sigh, a sharp word that surprises even us. Then comes the apology. Fast, automatic, as if we've broken some rule by reacting at all. We tape ourselves together. Again. Tell ourselves we overreacted. Tell ourselves to be easier. But something hardens. A quiet bitterness that wasn't there before, settling in layers. We start watching people instead of meeting them, measuring, counting, noticing what never comes back. The mind keeps receipts even when the mouth refuses to invoice. It's exhausting to be angry and nice at the same time. The head aches from holding both. This is the cost we never talk about. Not just being unseen, but slowly turning against ourselves for noticing. Asking starts to feel awkward, not dangerous, just oddly humiliating, like clearing your throat in a quiet room. I rehearse it alone. words sound reasonable there. Out loud, they suddenly feel oversized. We scan faces first. For mood, for space, for permission that never actually arrives. Requests get edited down, softer edges, fewer needs, until what's left barely counts as asking. Pointing inward feels wrong now, like drawing attention to a stain everyone agreed not to see. The apology comes first, before the sentence, before the breath, as if needing is already an inconvenience. We cushion the ask with giving, with humor, with context. Anything to make it easier to accept or ignore. Sometimes nothing bad happens. No rejection, just a quiet non-response that lands heavier than a no. We tell ourselves it wasn't important, that we didn't really need it anyway. The desire dims, not all at once, just enough to stop lighting things up. We learn to make ourselves optional, easy to move, easy to store. Watching other people ask feels unreal, like a language we once knew but forgot how to speak. The throat tightens before the thought finishes. The body stepping in to stop us early. We weigh it. Is this worth the tension? The risk of being seen as difficult? Most of the time, we sit back down. Relief mixed with something sour, because not asking feels safer, even when it costs us a little more each time. Silence becomes familiar, comfortable, and quietly expensive. The story doesn't fall apart loudly. It thins first. A hairline fracture we pretend not to feel. I touched it once by accident. Just a small moment where pretending took more energy than telling the truth. There's a memory of us before all this trimming, before every want got sanded down to something harmless. Holding it together starts to hurt more than letting it show. The grip tightens. The shaking gets obvious. And for the first time, we don't rush to fix it. We just notice how tired the fixing has made us. There's a moment of sitting down without permission. No productivity, no usefulness, just wait. The breath goes deeper when we stop performing. It surprises us, like the body was waiting. The room feels different when we're not bracing. Quieter, less sharp around the edges. Standing back up doesn't feel strong. It feels honest, slightly wobbly, exposed. We let the hands open instead of clench. Nothing dramatic happens. That's the strange relief. The first sentence comes out wrong. Too quiet, too much. But it's real. There's a pause where we expect rejection. The body leans back, ready to retreat. Sometimes someone stays. Not perfectly, not gracefully, just stays. That moment cracks something open. Not trust exactly, possibility. We don't collapse into them. We sit next to, separate, still whole. The need doesn't disappear when it's named. It softens, like it finally has somewhere to land. The crack doesn't vanish. It just stops running the show. Taking up space doesn't feel powerful at first. It feels unfamiliar, like standing somewhere we used to avoid. The body wobbles when the old rules loosen, not because we're wrong, because balance is being relearned. Breathing fully feels almost rude at first, like we're pulling in more air than we deserve. Naming a need still sounds strange in our own ears. Awkward, human, unpolished. We offer it without shrinking this time. No apology stacked on top. No joke to soften it. Sometimes the response is simple. Not rejection, not rescue, just information. And we survive it. That's important. The body learns that asking doesn't end the story. Belonging shifts shape. Less about disappearing, more about being recognizable. Some weight comes off immediately, not all of it. But enough to breathe, without effort. The muscles protest. They've been braced for years. Rest feels like a foreign language. Pauses appear where reflex used to live. Space between request and response. Choice returns quietly. not dramatically. Just the option to consider ourselves. Eye contact feels different when we're not already apologizing inside. Saying no doesn't require explanation anymore. The word stands on its own. Boundaries aren't walls. They're edges that tell the nervous system where it can rest. Some people adjust, some don't. The difference becomes clearer, less personal. The walk changes, less hurry, less checking behind us. There's a sense of weight now that feels earned instead of hidden. We stop making ourselves foldable. Stop treating presence like something temporary. Being low maintenance once felt like love. Now it just feels small. The crack stays. It reminds us what happens when we disappear for too long. We don't need to become demanding, just present, just reachable. Asking for care doesn't make us heavier. It makes us real. And that's the quiet shift. We stop proving we're easy to love and start letting ourselves be known.